Hey guys, welcome back to RHR Jen. I am still under the weather. I'm fine. I'm still recovering. I just sound a little weird. I'll be all right. I've decided to make this best of compilation for you all to enjoy and see some of their worst or cringiest moments, some of my favorites to explore. So I put together a super compilation of those. So if you hear something that sounds a little out of date, it's because these are moments from the past that have cracked me up that I want to dive back into with you all. So enjoy this hour-long super cut, and I'll be back with fresh content very soon. Honk honk, and thank you. Hey, you guys, of all the videos I've watched of Meghan, and I have watched a ton, this one speaks to me and we have to talk about it. Oh my goodness gracious. Welcome. I'm Jen. Honk honk, everyone. This is Real Housewives Recaps. I don't normally start off like this, but I am so excited to dive into this and talk about this with you all. Oh my goodness. I have just been made aware of this video, and it's so important that I react to it and bring it to you and make sure you get your eyeballs on it. I had no idea this existed. Now, I want to give a big shout out right off the bat. A lot of you let me know about this channel called Winning Communication, and there's a specific video, and I'll flash the video in a second. I just want to make sure to give this person credit. There's a specific video that he reacted to, and I'm not familiar with his work, but I'm gonna get familiar with his work. There's a specific video he reacted to that is this one that we're going to be talking about. And I didn't know about its existence until he covered it. So I want to give him a shout out for the inspiration for this video. This is the video that he reacted to here. He gives really funny analysis, so definitely check it out. So again, shout out to this guy. I don't even know his name, so shout out Winning Communication. If you're watching, you're hilarious. Okay, so definitely check out his stuff if you haven't. And this is the video specifically that we are reacting to. So we're going to watch it. We're going to break it down. I'm so excited to get into this with you all. You thought you'd seen the worst? No, watch this. Oh my goodness. So she's in the yellow dress. So I believe this was day 3 of the Nigeria disaster trip. Just take a look. Okay, we're about to hit play, but I had to make sure that you saw the new merch. I mentioned it in yesterday's video, but in case you missed the announcement, the reaction has been incredible to this. It's in honor of Catherine. It says Team Catherine, and she's hugging a goose. So definitely check that out. Link in the description below.
I really appreciate all what you've been doing.
Okay, let me set the stage. Nigeria, again, I think it was day 3 when she wore the stupid yellow dress. The sound is muffled. It really doesn't matter. The sound doesn't matter. Just know that they're presenting Harry with some gifts. They say, I appreciate all you've been doing. Okay, so look at Harry accepting the gifts. Appears to be like clothing that I'm sure he's definitely going to wear for sure when they visit Nigeria again, right? But he's accepting the gifts. That's it. Watch Meghan.
With this one, and this is this is going to be the beat.
So there you go. He got close. He's getting more things. They're about to present him with some sort of necklace. Meghan can't stand it. The attention's not on her. She's starting to get pissed. Watch what she does with her hands here. She's starting to get pissed with Harry, it appears to me. She's starting to tell him, hey, doofus, pay attention. Look.
These are the beats.
See? She can't stand it. She invites herself over. She's angrily throwing her arms up like, look. Do it, Harry, do it. And he's like bewildered as usual. But she's being pushy and taking over the situation as if she's the royal. Not that he's royal, but you see what I mean? Like just taking over. This necklace, I'm calling necklace. I don't know what they call it. This thing is clearly meant for Harry. And watch Meghan.
That you put on it. And you see the one on my hands?
She's pushed herself ahead to make herself the center of attention. She's still doing the angry hand gesture. Me first, me first. This thing is clearly for Harry, but she's making it about herself.
You have the one for the end. So can you hear it?
Again, a shout out to Winning Communication because he points out this necklace is clearly not for Meghan. The guy with the mic is trying to be a gentleman and acknowledge Meghan since she pushed herself forward, but you'll see in a minute, it's not for her. This is crazy.
Yes. And then you can wear this.
So because she's acting like a toddler, which is usually Harold's job, and running ahead, they just put it on her. She smiles there because she's getting applause, or I think it's more the guy with the mic getting applause, but you know what I mean. She smiles just a second because she loves the attention, but then she goes right back to mad.
2 is for you. That's that way. 2. So you will 2.
So do you see what happened there? Because she pushed ahead and made herself first and the center of attention, they ended up, again, putting the wrong necklace on her. She's forced to take it off, give it to Harry begrudgingly, and they have to give her her necklace now.
Yes. These are your earrings. You do that first. Thank you. Beautiful. Ever single.
So after embarrassing the shit out of herself once again, I think Harold knows that she's really pissed, so he tries to rub her arm. Do you notice that she puts him behind her once again, relegated to the back, and he's trying to comfort her, and she kind of gives him, just watch like that, wait till we get home look. Yeah, he's in trouble. Fake smile. He knows he's in trouble. Better comfort her. Can you imagine? So she cuts in front of him, makes it about herself, makes a fool of herself, belittles him and downgrades him as per usual. And he's busy worried about her, so he comforts her. All right, I'm going to run it through without pausing it one more time. So here you go. Harry's given the gifts, which he'll definitely for sure wear and not leave behind in Nigeria. Doofus doesn't know what to do. It's awkward. He ends up handing the clothes over to somebody else. The reason the footage jumps is because the guy with the mic talks for a while and nothing happens there. Harry just grins at him like a doofus. He hands the clothes off. He's, thanking the host, whatever. Look at Meghan. Can't stand it. She's like telling him, take it. The guy's still trying to talk, right? And present Harry with these things. He never has any clue about etiquette or anything like that, or grace, or just giving the moment a second, or letting anybody else take center attention. She can't stand it. So she has to step in. She messes the whole thing up, takes the wrong thing. She's pushing Harry around. He's just letting her do it, making a fool of them both. And then because of her, again, jumping at it, she ends up with the wrong necklace, which she's forced to take off to give to Harry. I'm sure in her head, she's already pissed. I realize that means something different in the UK. She's already mad. So she's going to somehow either make this Harry's fault, or that the organizers messed up and gave her the wrong thing. It's not that she jumped ahead and they were being kind and trying not to embarrass her, but she embarrassed herself. That is cringe to watch, but I just feel the tension, right? She's so mad. She puts him in the back. He's trying to comfort her, rub her arm, which is crazy. And then she gives him that tight, you're in trouble look. I have watched this video so many times. I just can't get over it. And it's not that it's shocking or anything new, but it is interesting to see. And it's just another clip of her making everything about herself. To me, it just shows what she's like, right? Just when you really drill down to it and look, she really is repugnant. This is atrocious. And this hand gesture, like she knows what's going on. Believe me, I can't stand the guy. But when you think he's been through a few more situations like this than she has, but yet no, it's all about her. Harry, like leading, not even, that's too gentle of a word, pushing him around, and he just accepts it. This is just so messed up. And then making this whole thing about her getting it wrong. I could watch this a million times, but I'm going to leave this here. Your turn. Respond in the comments. What are your thoughts? Again, repugnant comes to mind. It's exactly what she is. Just awfulness. Thank you guys for everything. Please let me know your thoughts about this in the comments, and I'll keep looking for more videos like this. And again, check out Winning Communications. A big thank you to him for bringing this video to my attention. I showed it and gave him a shout out on Patreon. I want to give him a shout out here on the main channel as well. Wild stuff. I'm obsessed. Let me know your thoughts. I hope you have the best day. I'll talk to you again soon. So yesterday, which would have been Wednesday, I put up this video and it blew up big. And I appreciate that so much. Everybody who watched it commented, thank you, thank you. If you didn't watch it, go watch it because it's a new video of Meghan embarrassing herself. Well, when I posted this, I got about 1 billion comments saying, well, stuff like this. What about the one where Harry's getting a bouquet of flowers and she grabs it? And I was like, what? And I had so many comments like this from you guys. Thank you for letting me know. I found the video. We will get to that. But during my search for this video, I fell down a rabbit hole of wild moments that involve Meghan and flowers. Let me explain. I'm Jen. Honk Honk, everyone. Thanks so much for being here. Let's start with this one, shall we? This was when they were dating, when she was living in Canada, Toronto, and just happened to be photographed, right? Those darn paparazzi. Well, all about the flowers for attention, but what was really happening is, oh, what's that bracelet peeking out? Is that the one that Harry wore that matched hers? Yeah, it was. And if you look closely, she's wearing an H around her neck. Haven't seen that necklace in a while, have we? But wearing that H, hoping, praying that somebody would notice it and link the two together. Now, at this point, the paparazzi did know that they were dating, but I believe she was wearing that necklace even before, hoping that somebody would link it. Then you get stuff like this. Look at me. Always very aware of the camera. It's nothing new, but posing with the flowers. All right. Peak of obnoxiousness. This was that Morocco trip where she wore, was it Dior, that insanely expensive monstrosity dress. Yeah, with the whatever's going on under that dress happening. And then the look at me, I got flowers pose. I understand that royal women often do get flowers. That's not where I'm going with this. That's not where she's going with this. She paparazzis herself quite often holding flowers, like this moment. And this one, I often think of this when I think of her and the ridiculous flowers. This beautiful little terrified girl being forced to pose with this monster. And rictus grin, wide, for the camera, basically trying to take a glamour shot. You can see her fingers in there. So she's holding it close to her face to frame the shot. I think it's one of the it's hard to pick an ultimate cringe moment. This would have to be one of the top ones for me. This little girl does not want to be there, not want to pose. And Meghan is just completely oblivious. Shut up and take the shot, right? Have you ever seen anybody more smug in your life? No, me neither. And truly the most disgusting, and that's hard to say because she's done so many disgusting things. To me, this ranks as one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen in my life. And that's saying something because I watch a lot of her stuff. But this would have to be it. The school tragedy that occurred here in America, and a bunch of kids lost their lives. But she brought a Netflix crew with her, a camera crew or something. And they were getting photos of her setting flowers down, making sure to get the shot. It was awful. This is something I will never forget, never forgive. It's hard for me to even talk about, but I feel like it's important to show, again, these children are props. These flowers are props. And who could forget this? The Queen had just passed, and it was a walkabout, you know the one. And she acted like a bitch about the flowers. Now, my theory on this is that I think she wanted to be photographed laying them down herself. I think she likes to be photographed with the flowers. Again, it's a prop, so is that idiot next to her. But I think she wanted to be photographed laying the flowers down herself. And so she would shoo away anybody trying to help her because she wanted that to be her moment. And she kind of appeared to get snippy with the aide that was just trying to help her. Normal security things, and just the idea that if you were there to greet people and to talk to them, wouldn't you want your hands free to interact? Nope, not Meghan. Makes it all about her and this weird flower situation. Who could forget with the flowers, the PR attempt she tried to pull at Prince Philip's funeral, when she was doing it all for publicity and making a big deal out of the flowers she gave and making sure her big dumb calligraphy was on display so that way people knew that it was from her. It's just disgusting stuff. Well, there's a new video out, speaking of disgusting, with her being weird about flowers, this time in Nigeria. Let's take a look. Now, the footage itself is very blurry. It's just the only footage somebody must have caught it on their camera phone, and it's just a few second clip, but let's take a look. From what I could tell of the grainy footage, she seems to be wearing this horrible monstrosity ensemble. Remember, she flashed boob in this dress too. Classy. Stay classy. Anyway, she appears to be wearing this that looks like somebody's trying to give Harry a gift, and once again, she intercepts. You know what's funny about this? When I was trying to figure out which day it was, I did some research and found out it was the same day as this. So what that means is this is all on day 3. First she wore the yellow outfit, then she wore the boob outfit. No boobs outfit to boobs outfit. But yeah, same day. So that means she embarrassed the crap out of herself. That last video I showed you, the other video I referred to at the beginning of this, the one from yesterday, same day. She embarrassed the crap out of herself, and the hits keep on coming. Let's watch her snatch what's meant for Harry. It's quick, it's grainy, there's no sound. From what I could tell, these flowers were meant for Harry. Look at his face. And yes, I know, normally you would hand the flowers over, but it's the snatch, I think. No pun intended. No, I think she just took it from him. He was just trying to look at them, and she took it from him. And look at his hands. And look at his face. I mean, it seems to be, for once, he actually appeared to be angry more than confused, but as per usual. But yeah, snatching it right from him. Again, look at me. This is all about me, making it about herself. This is so awkward. Again, a huge thank you to everybody who let me know about this. Think about everything we've seen from this trip. All these videos coming out where she wouldn't let him in the photograph. Remember, she wouldn't even move to the side. The other ladies were moving, but she wouldn't budge because she had to be in the middle of the photo. We've got, stuff like this, stuff like that other video I showed you where she had to go first to get the wrong necklace and then was forced to change it because it was the wrong, because she insisted on going first. She's insisting on taking these. My guess is Has No Balls would have given them to her anyway, but it's the snatch out of his hand that is just, she's just so crass. And again, if your host if you're a guest in this place and they are doing something like giving you a gift or giving you something, I can't stand Harold, but I got to give it to him. At least he knows enough to try to appreciate, or again, that guy sucks. Pretend like you're appreciating what somebody has given you. Take a look at it, smile, thank the host. Nope, not Meghan. She just snatches it away. Mine. This is mine now. I wonder if she did that with his balls. So again, a huge thank you to everybody who let me know about this video. This is, it's insane, right? I just am stuck on this. So it was like a 3-day trip, and every single thing that we've seen come out of this trip has been a disaster, complete disaster. So keep them coming. Let me know if there's more videos I need to get my eyeballs on. Thank you to everybody who reached out. I messaged so many people and said, where can I find this video? Thank you guys who let me know. Thank you guys for everything. I really appreciate it. I'm stuck on this flower thing, though. There's something here. It's more than just a, look at me, I have flowers. Here's what I think it is. I think she's seeking attention always. I think she's seeking admiration and thinks that these flowers will show that people are admiring her. I think it's a validation thing. She's always looking for that control, as we can see, controlling by snatching flowers, controlling who can take her flowers and stuff. This is just so ridiculous. It's almost like a status symbol for her, showing that she's valued and appreciated, things like that. I'm just guessing her narcissism kind of is forcing all of these things, and that's why we're seeing all the weirdness around the flowers. Whatever it is, it's weird, it's attention seeking, it's Meghan, right? It's Meghan. If you have more examples of this, please let me know in the comments. What have I missed? I just kind of put this together off the top of my head. I'm sure there's a million other crazy examples I missed, but when I started thinking flowers, all these started coming to my mind. I was like, oh my gosh. I forgot about that. I forgot about Prince Philip, and all that whole weirdness. But let me know your comments below. Thank you guys for letting me know about this. But this time we are reacting to a video. It's actually one of my all-time favorite videos. It's this one where they arrive late to the Royal Albert Hall and they make complete jerks of themselves. And, well, you're going to see our reactions to it. We go into it. I found another video that goes along and supports some of the things that I thought were happening, and I'm very excited to share it with you. Thanks so much for being here. So Dylan and I take about 10 minutes to talk and catch up and talk about channels and stuff. And then at the 10-minute mark, that's when we hit play on the video. So it's up to you. I do encourage you to take a listen because we go into some of their weird body language stuff before that. But if you want to just see the video reaction, it starts at the 10-minute mark. Here we go. Guys, once again, we have Mr. Wynn, excuse me, from Winning Communication. Thanks for being here with me.
Thanks. Yeah, it's great to be here.
Yeah. So you were very popular. We had you on before. I had you on before, and we had the best conversation, and I enjoyed it so much. I asked you if you would do a reaction video with me.
Totally. Yeah, I really appreciate you having me on again. Excited. It'll be fun.
Yeah, me too. You're awesome, and I appreciate you taking the time to sit with me. And before we get into this, so tell everybody, so you have, of course, Winning Communication on YouTube. I know they know you, but in case they don't, make sure you're subscribed. Tell them what you do on your channel.
Thanks. Yeah, so I do reaction videos and pretty much covering similar content to Jen covers. So a lot of reacting to Meghan Markle, which is what my channel evolved into over time. And I aim to make them funny. And that's pretty much it. Eventually, I'm going to have other channels. That's the plan. But this is the current one.
Yay, that's awesome. And I noticed you've been doing a lot of reacting to Meghan cooking stuff lately. How has that been?
Oh, that's been a lot of fun. It's very entertaining, like the nonsense she'll say, like, it's my grandma's recipe, and it's some like super new age fusion toast. It's like, yeah, that wasn't your grandma's family.
Yeah. Shocker, you mean she's lying about something? What?
Yeah, exactly.
That's funny. And then the last time I had you on, you were talking about the rapid blinking, and I need you to know that now every time I watch her, that's all I see.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, some of these things, once you see them, you can't unsee them. Yes. The number one can't unsee thing was someone commented on a video that Harry always looks like he slept in his suit the night before. I can never unsee that. It's like the best thing. Like you just look, it's always so wrinkled.
Oh my gosh.
Now it's every single time, these look so messy. And,
oh my gosh.
I wanted to talk because last time my bed wasn't made, this time I did.
I did notice comments about that. Yay.
Yeah. I noticed it too. As soon as I opened the video, it was like very conspicuous.
Oh.
And now I added, I got a giant pillow puppy.
Oh,
I can't have a dog right now with the travel, so I got that. It was pretty cheap, so.
Oh, he's cute. Did you give him a name? You need to, if not.
Oh, I do need to. Maybe by the end of the video.
There you go. But yeah, sleeping in the clothes thing. So that's always been my comment on Meghan. Not that she slept in her clothes, but just I always say wrinkled and messy and all that.
Yeah.
Like, it's just crazy to me that they both look so disheveled all the time.
Yeah.
It's wild. Little to no F's given, I suppose. But it's funny. But now I will notice it more on him. Yeah.
It's funny, now that you say that, it gets me thinking, like, because, they're known as grifters. I don't think they work very hard. I imagine they're kind of laying around, not doing much most of the time.
Yes.
And then they're like, oh, we're going to do some PR. They just, like, get dressed really quickly, like.
Yes. So I actually, speaking of comments, I got a comment once that resonated with me, which is Meghan tries to play up the, sex appeal of it all. So she tries to go for the, disheveled, like we just got busy look, right? Hair messy.
That actually,
oh my god,
that makes a lot of sense.
I was like, oh my god, that's so spot on. So maybe they're both going for that look. I don't know.
Yeah.
Although I gotta say, these days probably not much of that happened between them. So, so why are they both still wrinkled, right?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, too funny. So I brought you here today to react. I'm going to go ahead and put up one of my favorite images, which is this one right here.
Oh my god.
Shall we hang this near your bed so it's the first thing you see when you wake up in the
Oh
morning? What do you
my.
think?
You know what? I'm a night person. Sometimes I sleep in a bit.
Uh-huh.
That would fix that problem. I'd wake up, oh, like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't go back to sleep.
So this event that we'll be reacting to is this this is later that night. I'm told that the reason that we got this lovely image is because she thought that the windows of the car were blacked out. And
Oh,
so
that's funny.
shall we say glimpsing of the inner Meghan?
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious. Can you imagine? Oh, I it's very rare I feel sorry for that doofus because, he's made his
Yeah.
own bed, but I feel sorry for him in this one
Oh yeah.
instance. That's
And
rough.
speaking of her thinking the windows were blacked out,
Yeah.
someone got screamed at, because she blamed them for, her thinking that for sure.
You are so spot on. Some poor
Yeah.
assistant or something. Oh yeah, some
Yeah.
poor driver. Yeah.
And it's
Now,
easy to picture it, seeing this
yes.
face, easy to picture how it must have looked.
Oh my goodness, you're right. And then it reminds me of I'm sure you've seen it, but in case you haven't, I have a request of something for you to react to. Have you seen where she slaps the guy's hand away when he helps her out of the car at the wedding?
Oh yeah, I
Yes.
did a while ago. That's ridiculous. Poor
Yes.
guy.
I know. It's just a footman, not just, but it was a footman who was trying to help her.
Yeah.
And you had a shocked face, much like
Yeah.
I do to this picture. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
ridiculous. What is your problem? You can still be a strong, independent woman and then accept a hand out of a car and not be a you know what about it. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Or even at the very, like the slap. It's so
Yes.
disrespectful. Like, my
Right.
gosh.
Even if
Yeah.
you don't want to accept, you can just say, "Thank you so much. I'm good." Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Or like,
I got
yeah.
this. But no, it's awful. But this leads me to the night we'll be discussing is the Mountbatten Music
Oh.
Festival.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's March 2020. So it was one of their very last events before Megxit. So the thing to take note of is so many things. Just notice, well, we'll just watch the video and then react to it. But it is my understanding that they arrived late
Of
and
course.
we can look at it. Yeah, in the video, you'll be able to see it. And I did have the last time reacted people, well, some of the living rats saying they weren't late. No, they were. I have another
Oh
video
yeah.
to prove that they were late. Yes.
Yeah.
The other thing to think about is she was not supposed to wear red, as it was supposed to be him in red, and then you would wear like a complementary color. But so of course she had to wear red as
Yeah.
well.
Of course. And it's obviously not a coincidence
Oh
because
yeah.
it's every time, whatever the rule is, she does the opposite. And
Yes.
that gets me thinking of, I believe, was it the Jubilee?
Uh-huh.
When after the Oprah interview where they appear, they're being booed, Meghan like swaggered. Like,
Uh-huh.
and that to me is connected. Like, she likes sticking it to people. Like, she doesn't feel awkward. You would think like you just threw these people under the bus, you'd feel like a little awkward. But she's like, yeah, like it's like a power thing. And I
Oh my
think that's
goodness.
the same thing with the outfits. Yeah.
Yeah. So, oh, you brought up such a good point. So that was that where she wore all white and they were booed at the Jubilee. So you think she actually, I don't know how else to say, gets off on stuff like that? Like she enjoys.
Absolutely. Yeah, she
Okay.
likes like
Uh-huh.
sticking it in, like I'm
Uh-huh.
defying you, I do what I want. But
Uh-huh.
particularly like after like talking bad about people, she likes like smiling big. Like she doesn't feel awkward. You know what I mean? Like she feels
Uh-huh.
like, yeah, I did that to you. What are you gonna do about it? She's a bully.
Oh. Yeah. I
Yeah.
cringe so hard, but I guess yeah, it's just difference in personality. But oh my
Yeah.
God. That is wild. That's interesting. Okay. I'll pay more attention to that. I know she likes sticking to people. It's more of I just can't imagine not feeling awkward if you're actively being
Exactly.
booed. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, even I think just after talking bad about people,
Mhm.
how she like has no, you know, no shame, no fear. You know, it's just
Yeah. Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
What's his problem then?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, yeah. Okay. So let's take a look at, let's see, shall we see their grand
Sure.
entrance? I'll do this however you want. We can just tell me if you start talking, I'll pause the video. How about that? And we
Yeah,
can
that
react
works.
and
Yeah, and you
uh,
yeah.
yeah, so here we go. So again, Mountbatten Music Festival, March 2020. Not supposed to wear red. They arrive late, and I'll show a video in a second showing that they're arriving late, but here we go. All right, so they're arriving late. I would say pay attention to everybody's face. You pointed out, you'll see it, the guy on the left when they arrive. His eyes are like saucers looking at
Yeah.
them. And I believe there's a lady toward the back left that says something like, they think it's for them, something like that. Let's take a look. I'm gonna let it play so we can fully watch it because it
Sure.
is so cringe, and then we'll react
Let's do it.
afterwards. Here we go. So it's editing Jen here. I wanted to put that part in where we just played the video, and now we're going to go back and react to it. Here we go. So I should point out, okay, so not only are they late, what they're all applauding for is that the conductor and the band are on stage. So this is the band's moment, if you will, and Harry and Meghan are completely misreading everything.
Totally. And you made such a great point before we went live, you know, that people who disputed this, like the haters who love Meghan and whatnot, was the crowd psychic? They could sense them coming in. It's like, no. And something I noticed here was so creepy, like the way Meghan's like looking up. Like, I don't know if you saw that, like she's like,
oh, let me back it up so we can see it.
Yeah. And
let's see.
It's beyond delight. It was like
euphoria of sense.
Yeah, no, but like it was evil. It was like Emperor Palpatine. It's like if you saw like a movie and there's like the evil character, like yes.
Oh.
Like right before she smiles, when she just looks up slow. It's like an evil character taking power in a movie. Like
ooh, let me go back.
Yeah, look here. You see that face? Yeah. Like,
oh yeah.
Look at her like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that you paused it so perfectly. Exactly. Like she like looks up.
Ooh.
Really, doesn't that look like that's like the ultimate? This is so crazy. It's like a movie. Like the evil character. Like yes.
Oh.
Yes. Like that's what her face is.
Oh,
you know?
my goodness. Whereas most of us arriving late and, you know, whatever, you're someone of note, you'd be like embarrassed, like, oh, sorry.
But,
you know, oh my God. That is, oh my goodness. So we'll keep going here. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, so he's looking down and she is eating it up and playing with her hair. Oh my goodness.
Did she say thank you to this man too, I think? I'm not sure.
Oh my gosh. Just a second ago, you mean? Let me see.
Yeah. You don't have to necessarily, but
no, that's okay.
It was just before, but yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's okay. Yeah. I'm obsessed with this clip. I'll watch it 100 times. Okay.
Yeah, if you saw the very end.
Yeah, it appeared. Yeah. Okay, guy to the left.
His face is great.
He is my new best friend.
He is. His face is so perfect. And look at the woman's eyes just behind Harry over his shoulder.
Yes, and I believe it's the woman in the dark outfit to the back left that ends up mouthing like they think it's for them.
Oh, that's funny.
But notice she does a little curtsy here. It's so odd. Yeah, it's so odd. Okay, let's keep going. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
There.
So happy. What was that?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't know how to curtsy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now it's funny that woman who you said
Uh-huh.
is going to say she thinks it's for them. She's
Yes.
biting her lip, kind of like almost like laughing a little bit.
Yes. I'm gonna interrupt this clip for 1 second and show the other one because I want to show what's really going on so it puts this in perspective. So
Yeah,
bear
yeah,
with
great.
me. So I wanted to show this clip because I want you to see the perspective of what's really going on. There's the
Oh
band
yeah.
who's just taking the stage. We've got the conductor who's accepting, graciously the applause. This is, I believe, Royal Albert Hall. You can see the huge crowd looking at the stage and conductor, not Harry and Meghan. They're
Yeah.
making it about themselves. So here he is taking the stage.
Yeah.
And there you go. You can see it's the exact same time. This puts in perspective. The spotlight is not on them. It is on the stage.
That's so good. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Cringe so hard.
Yeah.
So yeah, spotlight where it should be on the, talented men and women, not the grifters.
Yeah. Yep, that's so perfect.
That's and so it explains more the shocked faces of the people around them.
Yeah.
Because they're acting like such jerks.
Yeah, and it show so much about them.
Yes.
Like, what kind of person walks into a room where there's already applause and just assumes, oh, it's for us? It's just like it just shows their mindset. Like, we deserve everything. We're great. We don't have to do anything for it. Like, why would they be applauding you? Like, it just shows their mindset.
Exactly. This is for us. We deserve this. Our adoring fans love us. And to me, it's telling too to see it from this perspective because the light is not shining on them. Quite literally, it is dark.
Yeah.
And they expect that this entire Royal Albert Hall can see how many thousands of people can see them.
Exactly. Yeah. To them, everyone was just sitting there waiting.
Yeah.
Like, we don't matter. Harry and Meghan, they show up when they want, and we just need to wait for them. Hopefully they'll come and look at clap. That's what they.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I'll finish this one. We'll go back to the original, but there you go. Oh, I guess that was it. Okay. So you can see the timing of it all. And again, it puts in perspective how dark the video or how their area was because it was not their moment. And then we'll go back to here. I'll back it up just a little bit. Area. So they think here it's a little brighter, but you can still tell it's not for them.
Absolutely.
Look at the lady on the back left. I love her. She's now a member of our Drunk Goose Club. Look at that.
Yeah.
Whatever her name is, name your new bed stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Look at the their hands. That's something that somebody brought my attention to before too. I think she's squeezing his hand.
Yeah,
rubbing his face.
And here's his humble wave, like, thank you. So, thank you.
Oh my gosh.
And her
here, I meant to pause it when he waved like that because you did such a name. There it is. Yeah. Oh,
this little wave. Yep.
Talk to me about that. Is he pretending to be humble? What's going on there?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, there's no humble miss about waving to people who aren't cheering for you. Like, he's like, thank you for cheering, thank you for giving us a standing ovation. And again, this man right here, the closest man to us,
I love him.
He's so good. He's like, you idiot, And then Meghan does this pleased expression, closing her eyes a bit, basking. Again, South Park did so well. Some of her expressions,
Oh my goodness.
This guy's expressions are so good. Just looking.
Who the hell are you?
Yeah.
Yep. Her expression versus his. Now, some very astute people in my comments pointed out They think that Meghan never realizes it's not for them. Harry, it dawns on him that it's not for them.
Oh, yeah, I remember you were mentioning it to me, so I'm curious to see
Mhm.
those moments.
So
Uh,
I just wonder because his face is a little more serious here. I don't, it may be that she's squeezing his hand. I don't know.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, what's this?
Oh, no, he's smiling. So,
Yeah.
but there, see,
Huh.
he just appears. Look, the wife is whispering to her husband, "These jackasses think it's for them."
Oh yeah, that's so good.
And then your
And
friend
he's
over on the
laughing. Yeah,
bottom.
that man. Yeah.
Your friend over on the bottom, his eyes are priceless.
Yeah. And you know, it's funny, as you mentioned Meghan, I'm just noticing now
Uh-huh.
looking at them, Meghan liking, enjoying,
Uh-huh.
you know, breaking the fashion rules just to be a jerk. She also
Yes.
looks terrible. Like you just
Yeah.
see the, red and then all
Uh-huh.
different colors. It looks good. She's wearing like just like a slightly different shade of red, which is just like, I'm not a fashion expert, but I
No,
believe
it's
that,
clashing. Yeah, I
yeah, it looks
agree.
terrible. It's
Yes.
just like, yeah, if you
Yeah,
really, yeah.
but it's saying something because honestly, she's worn so many horrible things. This is not bad for her, but I totally agree with what you're saying. And I
Yeah,
would point out even the lady to her right behind her, she is wearing a little bit of red, but nobody makes it their primary
yeah.
color in this tone, except for Meghan, because she wants to play. This is something I say in my videos. Look at me. She's doing,
Oh,
look at me in her
oh, that's
video.
so good. That's so good. Yeah.
She always does that breathy, like, oh, I can't believe
Yeah.
they're looking at me. So,
That's like her internal dialogue right there.
yes. Don't look at my doofus husband. Look at me.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, humble wave. We're humble.
Yeah.
We're of the people.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
there you
like,
go. Yeah.
even more.
So and even if Doofus thought it was for him, at some point you think, "Oh shit, this is for the band." Wouldn't
Yeah. No,
you?
they don't.
Yeah, you would gesture toward and round of applause. You can't see me. I'm clapping for the band. You kind of gesture toward them like,
Yeah.
"Aren't they wonderful?" Whatever. not
Yeah.
not these two.
Yeah. And it just does. I was just thinking now with that, it shows their mentality is so far from
Mhm.
most people, like us or all our viewers. Like, it's like deeply different. Just to
Yes.
have this level of like entitlement and arrogance. But again, I think
Yes.
it comes from like, Megan partially being born psychotic.
Yes.
Allegedly, I guess we have to say that sometimes. I think there's just
Sure.
something really
We're not
wrong with,
diagnosing. We're just
yeah,
suspecting. Yes.
like just something really wrong with her.
Yeah.
And then Harry, I think, just being born into so much and being so protected,
Yes.
right? Like, it seems like he was mostly a jerk, and
Uh-huh.
like the image was like, oh, he's the fun-loving one, but he was just kind of a total mess up. But like,
Yeah.
yeah, just like they just like it just is normal to them. Like they're
Yeah.
always the most important. It's like there's a
Yes.
crowd full of 10,000 people, and
Uh-huh.
they just expect everyone in this crowd is focused on us and applauding us. Like that, they just view the world that way. Like we're the center of the universe, and like
You are
very
so spot
literally,
on.
yeah.
Yes. I think you are so spot on, Dylan. You're nailing it. And I think that he never appreciated what he had and was a
Absolutely.
jerk, and the palace hit it, and then she got in his ear. And I don't like blaming women. It's not that. But in this case, he's so
Sure.
stupid and can't think for himself. And then she's in his ear saying, "Look how important we are. We can go
Yeah.
make it in America," whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's like, "Okay."
Yeah. Exactly. That's such. Yeah. It's funny. That also sounds like him. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So much so.
We can. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And,
I think I made him lovable. I think he's more like, okay,
yeah.
angry.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I've gone like mixed. And again, I think it was marketing. Like they were able to make that lovable image, but it seems like he might be more a jerk. And
Yeah.
I think of I think it's Anderson Cooper interview
Uh-huh.
where it's like, oh, why not get rid of the titles or something? He's like, what would that do? And it's just like he doesn't see any inconsistency with like, oh, the institution's evil, my father's evil, everyone's evil. Oh, but give me millions of dollars and support me, and I want everything. Like, there's no,
Absolutely.
you know what I mean? It wasn't like
It's
a
just
real protest. It's just like, well, I deserve it. It's like, of
yeah.
course, Dad should give me all his money. Yeah,
Exactly.
you
We're
know.
gonna call the whole family the Istwards, massage,
Mhm.
race, all that stuff. But we're
Yeah,
going to cling on to these titles that you can only get through the family. I mean, it's just
yeah.
continued hypocrisy.
Yeah, and I'll say, not to be off top a little bit, but
No,
it
please.
does annoy me a bit. In New York,
Uh-huh.
there is a bit of this mentality. Like, you
Uh-huh.
go to certain neighborhoods, like Williamsburg. It's funny,
Uh-huh.
like people in Williamsburg will be watching, but
Uh-huh.
it's like 80% of the people are like artists. They talk about how they hate their families, and
Uh-huh.
and they hate everything that could make money. But
Uh-huh.
then their parents have good jobs and pay for everything.
Oh
And
my
I'm like,
gosh.
the none of my, it's like, what, fine. If you have that opinion,
Uh-huh.
sure, but don't
Sure.
take the money from your parents at the same time. Like, you can't say
Exactly.
you hate your parents and whatever, and
Right.
then they're paying for everything. It's like, that
Exactly.
doesn't count. You can't say like, oh, it's wrong
Yes.
to have a job. Like, and then but someone else could have a job for you and pay you the money. Like, no,
Yes.
you can't do both. It's
Exactly.
like,
Just shut up and appreciate it
yeah,
or strike out on
or
your own.
or go
Yeah.
live in a cardboard box or something, or
Exactly,
get
like
a
the
job.
rest of us, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So setting down her purse. Okay, so that's the end of the clip. You know what I noticed this time? I really hadn't paid attention to as much, or I haven't watched
Yes.
this clip in a while. Glasses lady directly behind Harry's head. She realized too that they thought it was for them. The one on the left side of Harry, not the right, but she realized too that they thought it was for them and started laughing and looking around to see if other people are clocking this.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. I wasn't watching. I think maybe they do actually know it's not for them at the end, because all the applause stops and then they're
Uh-huh.
still standing there.
Oh, maybe,
Yeah.
maybe. Oh my
And,
gosh.
and it's funny. I was thinking earlier how you were mentioning, like, we'll get these people who love Meghan Markle and they're so irrational.
Uh-huh.
Some of them, some people just don't know about her, but the comments we
Yes.
get, and you're saying like, they're like, oh, it is for them,
Uh-huh.
or like, I had like, oh, they don't think it's for them. You're lying. It's like he's waving to them. It's so
Yes.
crazy that I have one comment. Like, it's crazy how people just like will say believe anything, right?
Uh-huh.
Where I have the clip where it's Meghan on a show, and
Uh-huh.
like there's a woman, it's like clearly Meghan doesn't care, who's like, I
Yeah.
love you, Meghan. Meghan's like groping her arm all awkwardly. Like, I don't know if you've seen that one.
No,
Oh,
I
I'll
need
try and
oh,
send you
yeah.
that if not, but
Have you
it's so.
reacted to it? Because I need to see your reaction to
Oh
it.
yeah, no, I have. Yeah, I did that long ago.
If
But
you can find it and send me the link, I'll post it here on the video
oh,
because
thanks.
everybody's
Yeah,
gonna want to
yeah,
see that.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I will. But I had Meghan lovers who were like, "That's not Meghan. That's not Meghan," and I'm like, the link to the whole video is right here. Like, you can literally see Meghan walk off the stage and do it. You know what I mean? Like
Uh-huh.
I'll have like the comments like, "That's not Meghan." It's like, no, like you can see. It's like yeah. So it's funny.
Oh, I get those. I mean, even one of the most I get that on the Kevin Costner mic grab video. They're like,
Yeah.
she's not doing that. It's like it's right in front of your face. How are you gonna
Yeah.
dispute? I understand why people might disagree if I say, oh, her outfit's horrible, but you can't dispute that she is literally grabbing the mic. It's right there.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Yeah,
they will.
exactly.
They
But
will and they
people's
do.
their opinions will never change.
That's
Like some
right.
people.
No, keep going. I'm just gonna play it with the sound off in the
Oh,
background
that's
while
a
we
good
talk.
idea. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
this woman's eyes is so funny.
Oh yeah, glasses to his left. Watch.
Yeah,
She's like, who the hell are these people?
yeah. I
Where's
think my
the
favorite.
real royalty at?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
yeah. And again, they show up late, and you know,
Uh-huh.
and also, Harry was stressed as they're walking in. Like, it's probably like, we're late. They're, I think Megan's purposefully late every time. Like, she's
Oh
late to
yeah.
everything. I think it's
Uh-huh.
like, because Megan doesn't want to walk in somewhere and be just milling around while other people are coming. She again, it's the mindset, right? The
Yeah.
whole stadium's there just waiting for them. They're the
Uh-huh.
guests of honor. I think Megan tries to create that everywhere she goes. It's not like she can
Absolutely.
just be there. It's like, wait till
Yes.
everyone's there and then I
Uh-huh.
show up. Yeah.
Yeah, it is wild. Oh my
And
goodness.
you know what? This gets me thinking,
Mhm.
like, I've noticed that too, like the royal family is known for never being late. It's
Uh-huh.
so interesting how sometimes people are late like them. It's actually people who like they have nothing going on. You know, it's like they have
Yeah,
this ego, like my time's more important, but they don't actually have reason to be late. Like the most successful person I know is never late to anything. You know, it's
absolutely.
like yeah, but them it's like, oh, they don't do anything. What are they spending their time doing? But they still want to
Exactly.
stick it to you like like I'm sure I'd bet almost anything. Everyone in this frame
Mhm.
has more important work they're doing than Harry and Meghan,
Oh,
right?
1,000%.
They have more
Yes.
reasons that they could be late.
Actual service people and
Yeah,
actual jobs and actually
yeah,
absolutely, I agree. But but again, as a normal person, like, if I'm late, I feel terrible, and I would not
yeah.
walk in waving at people. I'd just be, like, ducking my head in shame, like,
Exactly.
I'm sorry. Traffic,
Yeah,
what are you gonna do?" Yeah.
yeah,
Oh my goodness. Oh. All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna let this play through, and then I want to go back to that other video too.
yeah,
See, she's telling her husband, "Those idiots think it's for them,"
yeah,
and then
yeah.
Glasses
And he
is looking
laughs.
around. Yeah,
Yeah.
like, do you
And,
guys see this too?
and again, thinking of how you're saying one would be awkward being late,
Uh
that
huh.
that again shows their mentality that they're late. They're literally thinking, oh, everyone there the entire time was just waiting with bated breath
Yeah,
until we showed up. Like that's literally what
you're
because
right.
that's the context, right? What other
Yeah,
context would be that you're in the middle of an event, they didn't show up, they're late, and then everyone's like, oh, they're
that's
here, Harry and Meghan are here, like
when in actuality, people are applauding when they leave. Right? They're
yeah,
gone. They're
yeah,
gone.
yeah,
It is wild. You're right. And so, how do you reconcile somebody like this that thinks an entire stadium is applauding for them, uh, who can walk through a room quite literally elbowing people out of her way? If you think all eyes are on you, wouldn't you be more discreet? Not Megan.
yeah. Well, in a way, I think there's consistency to it.
Okay.
It just shows that people have very little importance to her, right?
Yeah.
So it's like here's 10,000 people or 1,000, whatever, and all of those people in that moment, their attention should be on me when I show up late. So literally, she's saying I'm 1,000 times more important than these people, right?
Yeah.
Because all of their attention should be on me, and mine is not on them. So I
That's
think it's the
true.
same thing. Well, if someone's in my way, I don't want them to be there. Boom, get out of here.
Yeah.
People are like things, they're just like
Yeah.
objects to adore them.
One more time. I just have to. I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
I'm going to mute this. So here we go. Conductor comes out. Rightly so, right? Big deal, big honor, big event. There
Yeah.
comes the doofuses. So I'm just looking at the crowd. I'm looking again at the lighting of it all. And then you have
Yeah.
these two.
Yeah, the lighting is such a good point because it's
Mhm.
like, yeah, you're in the freaking dark corner, you know.
Yeah.
So again, and we have the undisputable proof, or
Mhm.
undisputed
Yeah.
that it's dark. The conductor comes in. It's not for them, and then
Yes.
both of them are giving waves saying thank you for the applause. Like there's no
Yes.
arguing that.
You're exactly
What's
right.
happening there.
Yeah, and it's quite I mean, and for the people that were filming them, the other footage, I believe it was the son that was filming that we got the other footage from. It's easy to lighten a screen. So you can make it appear like in the one I just showed that it is well lit, but you can see the
Yeah.
reality here that it is
Yeah.
not.
Yeah. Very good
Not.
point.
So it's just
It's so fun.
so funny. So yeah,
Yeah.
come out, take, as a conductor would, come out,
Yeah.
acknowledge the band and all the people in the band.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh, cringe. Cringe so hard, cringe.
Yeah.
Even if the spotlight was on them, however many thousands of people are there, you cannot see them up in that corner as clearly.
Yeah.
So but for them to assume it's for them, it's just
Yeah. It's like mind boggling.
it
It really is.
is. All right. And then again, I have to go back to my favorite.
Yeah.
Here we go. Nightmare
Oh my
Fuel.
god.
How you
Yeah.
doing? So I've heard so many theories, but the one I tend to believe is the one that this was on the way out. They thought that the windows were blacked out, and that's why you
Uh-huh.
get this glimpse. And then people suspect it's because Harry caught on that the applause was not for them. She did not, and then was told after, or figured it, whatever. He maybe let her know, and this is the reaction. That might be a reach. It might be just that this is her normal reaction.
I think so. Yeah.
He could have said, "Hey, the sky's blue," and this is her reaction.
Yeah, exactly.
So, what are your thoughts on this? Look at his face. Look at hers. What do you think?
It's so funny. I mean, I don't know with him, you know, like, 'cause she seems like, even if they're like a duo of destruction, she seems so unpleasant to be around. Like, I guess he's so bought in now, like, trashed everyone else. But the biggest thing I think, like, there's like the in-skip pictures too, where she's like,
oh, yeah.
There's actually, I'm not saying she's, you know, she's a rat, but there's a viral YouTube video of a rat, literally a rat, like making a fist, and it's all like angry, and it's kind of funny.
Oh my
God! It reminded me a little of that. Like, it looks so evil, and you know, again, like, so many of her expressions, like, normal people, I don't think ever make expressions like that. Like, it's just like evil. It's not like angry. Like, she's like,
yes,
her hand. And so for me, it's like that just shows. You know, when people say all these different things, like, oh, it's out of context, but it's like, you're never gonna see most people elbowing out of the way someone so that they can be in a photo frame. Like, literally, they'll never do that. The amount of times the average person can do that in their life is zero. You know, or like expressions like that. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
You're so right. And I am one that accidentally furrows my brows when I'm thinking, but I can't say that I do that with my mouth. That is wild.
You know, I doubt you look like
snarling.
Yeah.
I can give Jay some looks, but not even this.
Yeah. And it looks so like critical, like, like, you know, it really shows, I think, her personality. And again, I think I said this last time, if you just pause like any video of them at a random place, it's like 8 out of 10 times Meghan looks angry and Harry looks dumbfounded. You know, it's just
absolutely. No, I totally agree. And I think this is a perfect, he looks more sad here to me, but but I agree with you. He's still still dumbfounded. I think that's a constant state for him. But I'm noticing now, you're just bringing up so many good points. It's, again, a lot of us make the furrowed brow or a serious face, but then when it extends to your jaw, I'm doing it right now, so I'm talking weird, and then your neck, that neck.
Yeah.
Oh, I
even
can't
thinking about it seems like painful to do. Like,
tension, headache all over. I don't know. Okay, so let's play a game. What she's saying to him right here.
Oh my
you
God.
blankety blank, right? You can cuss it.
Like, why didn't you tell me this? Something like that, blaming him for something that, you know, harmed her reputation or something like that.
You didn't clap for me when I walked in, but I'm the royalty. It doesn't matter.
Or being critical of someone, like, oh my gosh, look at his outfit. That's only worth like $500. Ugh.
Yes, exactly. What are these peasants doing near the car? Yeah, so that seems like there you go, an evening. Quite an evening. So even here, and especially here, I think the papers were pretty positive toward them, and you know, good for them. But I did find a little bit, like, I think, I don't know, in British terms, they called it quite extraordinary. The face,
that's funny.
Whereas I think as more brash Americans, we might say, "What the blank?" Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
If you saw somebody staring at you like this, I'd be like, "Oh my gosh, what's on my face? What's in my teeth?"
Yeah.
And then I see funny memes or whatever jokes that people send around, like they'll have a beatific picture of Catherine, you know, looking at William lovingly, and then you find somebody that looks at you like this. Right?
Yeah, that's funny.
Well, thank you for reacting. Oh, I'm sorry. I got to get this off the screen. It scares me. It's haunted. Thank you for reacting to this with me. I really appreciate it. Any more thoughts on all this? I know you did a reaction. We got to go watch your solo reaction that you reacted to this.
Yeah, not much else. But the thing about that, there's so much there because in order for that to happen, there's just the mindset they have to carry. It's like indisputable. They have to be thinking like, we're the most important people. People are waiting with bated breath till we arrive, and everyone's gonna applaud for us. Like, just it, it's crazy. It's like
Yes.
that has to be the thought process, right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Absolutely. And you pointed it out so well that it's just an expectation they have that this
yes.
is how it goes and that the whole wide world revolves around them. Dylan, tell us what you're working on and where to find. We know where to find you, but just in case, tell us where
Yeah.
to find you and what you're working
Yeah,
on.
sure. My channel's just winning communication, just like it's on here. There we
Yeah.
go. And yeah, I mean, I released. Oh, I didn't do it for a day, but
Uh-huh.
normally 2 videos a day.
Okay.
And I'm actually interested. Why not? I'll ask here. I
Uh-huh.
want to start more channels, so I
Yeah.
might do one general content. I'm also considering.
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty into like meditating and visualizing,
Oh,
which I find
good.
very helpful to me with like building my
Yeah.
channel. I might do some content for that, like a channel like guided meditations.
Absolutely.
So I'm curious if people are interested in that. So I'd
Mhm.
actually be cool with either here or my channel, people letting me know what kind of other channel they'd like to see, because I want to start 1 or 2 more channels. It's funny,
Yes.
every time I'm here we talk about Meghan. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna do another channel.
Good. No, I love your content and I would
Yeah,
love to get a more, it sounds weird, personal view. You know what I mean? I'd like to
yeah,
know more about your personality. So yes,
thanks.
please. And if people don't know, YouTube is not great when you try to vary content. It just doesn't go well. So
Yeah,
that's why I started the travel channel separately. And
yeah.
I think it's a great idea what you're talking about. Tell us, so would it be what works for you, that type of thing? Or have you given it thought? What kind of stuff?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I actually have done a few times like running little meditation and visualization workshops,
Okay.
because I find it helpful. Like, I'm not necessarily like subscribe to any particular beliefs.
Okay.
Like, oh, I don't really care as long as it
Uh-huh.
works.
Sure.
But like I think I said last time, like, I used to visualize, like I'm gonna get more views.
Yeah.
And it helped,
That's great.
like it would be like I'd visualize goals. And then I'm also pretty good at creating like guided meditation, guided visualization. I actually make them for myself, and then I'll do them for other people. So I'm considering maybe doing a little bit of that. It might be
Uh-huh.
hard for a channel if it's like a guided meditation, how people find that.
Sure.
I don't know. We'll see. But I'm definitely going to at least do a general content channel as well. So,
I think that's great, and I gotta point out, it's funny that in the same video where you have Megan making that tense face, you're telling people how to relax. That's perfect.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Help us not make that face. How about
yeah.
that?
And you know what? I really need to do it, because now I'm always talking about it. I'm always like, oh,
Yeah,
I'm going to start another channel. I'm going to start
do
another
it.
channel. So I need to do it like this week. I'm going to at least post a video to a different channel. I might
Okay.
not share it yet, because I might still be figuring out,
Well, that's okay.
how it is. But yeah.
Well, do me a favor and let me know, and I'll put it out on my channel so that way we'll all come and run and subscribe. So
Oh, thanks.
yeah, no, that's awesome. I love that idea. So you said that channel, there was one other idea you said you thought about for a channel. Am I right on that?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. The other, just kind of like general entertainment content. Um, we'll see. Like, like now, I'm like, I like the reaction video format. That's easy to do. Like, I
Yeah.
have it kind of down. But also, I'm wondering about just doing like those. Again, it's very different. I don't know if
Uh-huh.
our viewers would watch that. Might be very different audiences.
Oh,
But
heck
just
yeah.
random funny stuff. Or
Uh-huh.
I really need to figure it out. But
Yeah.
I just want to expand. Yeah.
Well, keep us posted and we will be there to subscribe
Yeah.
and to watch along. I want
Yeah.
to get to know more of your personality. I think that's a great
Thanks.
idea.
Yeah, the interview with you is probably the most that I talked about myself on
That's
YouTube.
awesome. Yay. I
Yeah.
love the exclusive. That's good. So when you're
Yeah.
a huge YouTuber, people go back and watch to see what you're like. That's good.
Thanks. Oh yeah, thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Well, thanks so much, Dylan. Is there a video you're working on for your winning communication that we should? Is there one that would help if we watched?
Uh dang, I really should plan
That's
that. Plan those.
okay.
Just go check it out. You just go to the
Okay.
channel. There's a couple every day. So yeah, I'll probably have a few more of the cooking ones. I might do what's the one that someone just sent me? You might have already seen it, you guys, where she's in Africa and makes the women sit on the ground with her. I'm not sure which tour that
Yes.
was. Might have been South Africa.
Oh, yes, I believe it was. Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh
But
my
again,
gosh.
for me, recommendations are huge. Oh, something I actually did do
Yes.
since last time, because we were asking where to send me recommendations. I created a new email,
Oh,
which is
good.
winning. This is actually a thing I want to like promote.
Okay.
Winning communication 24, like the year 2024,
Uh-huh.
that's it. Winning communications numbers 2 and 4 at gmail.com.
Okay.
So if anyone has videos they'd like me to react to, they could
Uh-huh.
email them there or recommendations. That again helps me more than anything. It's just what
Perfect.
people want to see. And I'm also
Okay.
interested in hearing in terms of other channels and content what people would like to see.
Do let us know if you start up another channel and what it's
Yeah.
called so we can subscribe. And as always, thank you for being here and being wonderful. We
Yeah,
appreciate
you
it.
too. Yeah.
And I definitely am going to continue to bother you in the future to
Oh,
react to more things with
I'd
me.
love to keep coming on. Yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you. And I hope you have the best day. We'll talk to you again soon.
Yeah. Thanks.
Bye.